Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Saturday night live stream. Let me get this. I think I'm a little loose over here. But, you know, I went out to dinner with my family, and, you know, I like to keep it fresh out here in Sarasota. I always like to wear a nice white shirt to dinner, usually out here in Florida. I did say Florida because I love Florida. It's a great place to be in Florida. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate all of you. Look at the 333 flashing right there. Soul 33333 all the time wherever I'm at. Even dinner was 333. It was crazy. Let's see if we can get the 333 to flash right there. There it is. There it is. You saw it right there. 333. Every time I show up, it's there. It's going to do it again just for me, just because it loves me. And then it won't do it again for a while, and then you'll never see it. But that was it. That was our 333. Just for me when I, you know, it's kind of weird. It's like I have some type of voodoo magic with the numbers. Something strange going on with me. I'll tell you that right now. You know what I mean? Pretty weird. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here and hanging out. Solana, up and down. We're going to break down some other things besides Solana. We're going to talk about bitty Bitcoin. Let's take a look at our daily close. We're hugging 62,000. I'm still in an insane long here on the perpetual. I am up. I'm up 20 bucks. Really? Yeah, I got in at 61,912 this morning, somewhere around here, like I told you on the live. Then I was down, then I was up. We're going to kind of break all this down, talk about it. I'm going to redraw. We're going to see if there's some magic happening tonight. If we can get into some action, is Asia going to pump our bags, baby? We're going to find out. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. I'm feeling some good energy on this late night stream. Just a little different. I see Master Friend creeping in, though, with the hard, just the upbeat vibes, man, and the positive energy. Shout out to Master Friend. If you want to get to know who he is and find out more, we'll teach you throughout the stream. But this is the way to find out more about Master Friend inside of my trading group. You should be in the trading group at least for a couple weeks to a month or two. Find out what we're doing, understand where we're at, and then if you want deeper dives, or if you just keep losing tons of money trading leverage and you don't know what to do, you've tried a bunch of things and it's not working out, sign up to the extra teaching here by Master Friend. The education is needed. All you need is education. Anyone that ever changed their life did it through education. Okay? Shout out to Jamal Antonio. Shout out to every beautiful person here that decided to commit their time to this live. We appreciate you and we love you. And we can't wait to see you again. All right. Thank you for being here. Always creeping, but only in this group. Shout out to AZs. Shout out to Master Friend. Shout out to Frank W. Shout out to Drone Life or Dome Life. Floor Hurricane coming Wednesday. I don't know. Something's coming our way. It doesn't look good. It does not look good. I have a very weird feeling about it, which I don't know why, but and I shouldn't, but I do. Anyway, look at the 3 hour. Even if I just look at the 3 hour, you know, it could be making a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder. I get it, but a little bit of a flag action after you've already had the bullish divvy. This is why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. And so I'm still trading this Sammy Cup and Handy. We want 64,000, we want it now. We want 63K, we want it now. But they tried to break, you know, 60K multiple times. They wicked it down to 59, but no, did not happen. The bullish divergence playing out. The hidden bullish on the daily. What is that? Oh, we're going to break it down for you in a second. Some of you have probably never heard it, don't know how to identify it, have no idea what I'm talking about. You see a lot of squiggly lines right now. You're overwhelmed. You think I'm out of my mind. You have no idea what I'm talking about. And you know what? That could be the case if I didn't make gains. All right. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's look at our daily close. Get rid of the moving averages and put you at ease here. Hope you watch my top-down analysis on the macro as well. Super important. Okay. But let's take a look at what happened here on the daily. We would open at 62,086 even. The high would be 62,370 and 56 cents. The low would be $61,689.26. The candle would close at $62,058 even. We would go down $28 even today. Isn't that crazy? Where am I getting this information? Right here. The OHLNC, the open, high, low, and close, the number and the percentage. We would go down 0.05 today, not even a percentage, a half of a percentage. And we would go down $28. Bitcoin would go down $28 from where it began. a flat day for BTC. Already a bit of more movement today in the last hour and a half, 2 hours and a half from the close than we had the entire day. If you can actually believe that. I mean, at the end of the close. Pretty weird candle. Indecision doji. Says we could go either way, to be honest. Doesn't say we're going down, doesn't say we're going up. Really depends on where this next candle closes. How do I dissect this? How do I figure out what's happening? How do I make sense of squiggly lines up and down and something that nobody knows what's going to happen? Like, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Where is Bitcoin going to go? It follows suit inside of these mathematical probabilities, and it's pretty spot on over time if you can use these probabilities to your advantage. I know it sounds like voodoo, it seems like it's insane, but it does play out over time. I can't explain exactly how or why. You have to trust it without fully knowing exactly why it's working. All right, but at the end of the day, it's algorithms that are pumping the price action. They react to moving averages and supportive resistance just like we did. And if you can start to catch on to the basics and the fundamentals, you can start to see why the markets are moving a certain way. And then if we can get this liquidity bar from BOOKMAP, which is a bit of a, little secret code that shows us where liquidity is headed to at about 62,980, tells us we may be able to get further to the upside. Did you get your doing damage mug out there? Remember, we're going to have the Damas cheese, the doing damage mugs. We're going to have so much stuff out there. We just got to keep working every single day. The brand, to keep the brand alive, I got to keep pushing it every single day or the brand will die. It's not easy. You got to be relentless with your brand. Stake your claim. Put that flag on the moon that they said it was moving, but it wasn't. Was the wind on? Wait. Was the moon landing fake? I guess I gotta ask. Okay, wait. I just want to see my audience. I want to get a feel of who you guys are. Was the moon landing fake? Yes or no? Was the moon landing fake? Yes or no? It's okay. Be free. Feel free. You may have thought it wasn't in the past and it is now. You may have thought it isn't and it wasn't now. You may have changed it up. Did you end up buying Blub on Sui? No. Buzz wouldn't swear on the Bible that he went to the moon. Interesting. Give me a live trade for today. Crypto Live, you're funny. Yeah, you guys. So far the weekly is going to close bearish engulfing as opposed to the last week, which isn't great. But what it's going to do, at least it's going to close back above 61,500. That's all I care about. I'm a one step at a time type of guy. And 61,500 is holding. That's going to be our first level that we want to kind of maintain. It was a show with heavier fun without... No, but whenever anyone been back since 72. And let's see. So most people suggest that that it was. All right. Right now, the majority of the voters say it was a farce. Pretty interesting. Hey, man, if our instincts collectively are probably could be collectively true. So as long as we close this candle tomorrow night above 61.5, if we close below that, I just don't see how we don't go back to 58,000 to play some games. And then maybe even test 55, 54. And if that's the case, we could be headed further back down here too. All the way to 42,000. You have to be open-minded to that. Even though it may be unlikely to you, you have to be open-minded that it could happen. You can't just say what I think is going to happen or believe is going to happen is going to happen. I always talk about it just like war. If you went into war, you couldn't say exactly how they're going to take you out. You have to be like, there could be a sniper, there could be a guy from the back, I could step on a mine. You have to look at if you said, no, I'm only going to step on a mine, that's the only thing that's going to happen. That's like telling yourself you know where price is going. It's like a soldier who told himself he knows exactly how he's going to go. So then he's like, well, no one's going to ever come from behind, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm only going to die this way. That's like telling yourself exactly where you know price is going to go. Because you're kind of saying, like, I know price will do this, and I'm going to trade on it because I just know it's going to do that. And I'm not going to lose any money doing that or ruin my portfolio. I'm going to do whatever I want, It's like going to war saying, you know, I know exactly how they're going to take me out. I don't need to stress at all. I only have to look for one thing. And then, of course, there's 6 other things, and then you get what? Taken out. You know, I hate to say it, make that equation, but that to me is the best way to explain this to you so you can realize what you need to do to survive here and pay attention. All right? This ain't a game. This ain't a dry run. You want to become a profitable trader over time? It can be done. I did it, so you can do it. It can happen. Doesn't mean you're going to win every trade. Doesn't mean you're going to be up in every single long-term position you've created until you get out at the right time. You may have to juggle some ups and downs. It may not go perfectly. I've been in Solana since 109. And the first 4 weeks, or the first, I think 21 days, I was up 100 grand. I made $100,000 in 10 days or something. You know, then it went back down to 109 on a wick a few times in the middle of the night. Now it's up. Now it's here. Now it's up 40 grand. Then it's up 60 grand. You know, it is what it is. Like, you got to just be able to hang through the mental toughness of those times. And that's why investing, again, and I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing I say you should be taken as such, or an investment advisor. But that's why for me, I realize that investing is not for everybody. Like, not everyone can handle it. They can just give it to an analyst and say, hey, here you go. Here's get yourself a financial advisor and all that. Right? If that, but no, a lot of people don't want to manage their own funds or try to, put their own destiny by their own hand there. So what we've been saying is this possible right shoulder is beginning to form. What we also been saying is that the daily is showing hidden bullish divergence. It has a low to another swing low, which makes an uptrend. But when we go down here, that is clearly a downtrend. That is hidden bullish divergence on the daily time frame. Shout out to the 715 beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. The MACD wants to turn. The RSI, stochastics RSI. And yes, I can see this as a show. This could slop and we could start to dump. If we lose this trend line, so be it. Another great sign of where we're at is the sign of danger on that 4 hour. You slap all those moving averages and you can see we're very close to the what? The 200 MA, this yellow line. Sorry. Right there, this yellow line. If we lose that yellow line, we will go further to the downside. So far, Bitcoin is hugging a previous support as resistance, strong body. Right here. You see this? Resistance, 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 resistance. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4-hour candles. 1, 2, 3, 4 bounce offing the key area. What area is that? Why is it so contentious? It's the area of 61,800, Also, 21-day moving average curving, staying above the 200 MA, showing signs of a bit of a cup and handle. This was a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder broke out. I'm still long. 4 hour looking for a reversal. Looks like tomorrow is going to be heavy volatility. They may move the market tomorrow, even though it is a Sunday. Tomorrow could be the beginning of the bull run. I know you think I'm crazy, but tomorrow could be the pump that we never look back below 60K again. And we really go on an absolute tear. This is the low, that's the high low there. Things are getting a little interesting here for Bitcoin. I know overbought on the stochastics RSI, but every time Bitcoin's had a major move, it did something similar when the stochastics were a little too high. I do see this as a shoulder ahead, and could it make a right shoulder and dump all the way back down here? Very, very possible. I'm open-minded, folks. I'm not telling you I know what's going to happen. I'm just showing you the possible probabilities. If this does break down, though, we can figure out where it's likely going to go. And you can see that would bear flag itself somewhere down to 58,000. And then I look at BOOKMAP, and BOOKMAP suggests that we can go higher. But look, wow, look at, they've got the liquidity where I just said they could go. 58,000. So right now we're kind of in the abyss. It does suggest we could go up to 63,000. There's enough liquidity up there. See the orders up there. That many people want to sell Bitcoin. They usually get the price to soar into their sell zones. But then down here, they want to buy at 58,000. That's their new price action. 700, 200, 439. So in this vicinity here, that's gonna be about 1,400 Bitcoins. Not $1,400 or 1,400 Bitcoins. Each of these is an actual Bitcoin on the order book. And then we can also watch actual liquidations. There's a lot of money likely. And so if you look at the darkest red and the closest red, it's $58,000. There's a little bit of red up here, but the deeper red is 58K. And we're struggling now with 62,000. As you can see, we keep battling the $62,000 area. We've been somewhat sideways, literally, since October 4th. You know what I mean? For 2 days straight now, just kind of 1, 2, 3, you know. So. Yes, my brother, 58,000, the maxi DCA price. Yeah, we have space stations. They can literally open hatch and ride the space scooters to the moon in a few hours. Funny, right? So was the moon landing fake? Yes. So it's kind of like obvious now that it was fake. Like if you don't think it was fake, you're kind of in the dark. Like you didn't get it. Like you weren't the smart kid in class. You know, like the smart kids figured it out and moved on. See, that's the thing about certain, I call them conspiracy theories, but not, and I'm not going to say just this one. This one's a little more unique, but there's some conspiracy theories, like if you didn't get it, like you're the one that missed out. Like the truth is pretty much has been debunked in certain ones, and we know like who was right and who was wrong. And it was the people who speculated at the beginning that could figure it out, and like there's some people that will never allow them to see the actual truth. I don't know why. It's so insane. Like you could give it to them in a platter right in front of them and just be like, here it is, and they'd be like, so 61% of the people believe that the moon landing did not happen. And then if you think it happened, I'm not saying this, I'm open-minded. Maybe it did or didn't, I don't know. I guess I'm one of the fools. I don't have complete proof yet for myself. I'm going on hearsay there whenever I bring that up. So. Okay. Look at this guy. You aren't saying goodbye. Thank God, man. So good to get rid of someone that hates you. Poof. So beautiful. Right? You know what? When regular people call you insane, you're on the right track. Right? When regular people say you're just a great guy, you're doing great, you probably want to do something really weird and get out of that room, man, because you don't want to be called regular. That's the last thing you want. All right. Okay. Anyway, he also has no idea how to take a joke, but whatever. It's like, I'm kind of playing, you know, some days, I think some of you know that I play the devil's advocate all the time, even to myself. You know what I mean? So. Okay, eating salad loves me, guys. You're funny. No, I'm staying away from that one. Yeah. I'm not going that far. You're not insane for buying blubber pop. Oh, you're so funny, man. I mean, they're okay, I guess. I thought I went to that pump, move.pump there. We'll get into that in a second. The Earth might be a geosphere with hidden valleys and hidden mountains too. Interesting. He goes, Blub did get listed on CoinMarketCap. MovePump.com, right? You just want to see if is it gaining any market share, right? And the rankings here. Do you like flop? Are you into flop? You know, it's funny, I like Move Pump, but it actually went from 1.2 to it got cut in half already. So you got to be careful. It tells you got to be careful on these memes. There's Blubia. How come I don't see Blub? All right. They got Mara. Yeah. Bill Brown. So crazy. Did the government say that? I don't know, man. Yeah. You can question me. Why do people talk like that? It's so rude, man. You can have an open conversation. You just don't be disrespectful. Like, it's just a level of respect. Like, have some respect. Like, even you, Bill Brown, have some respect for yourself. All right, man? When you, like, put other people down publicly, it shows that you put yourself down publicly. So, like, cheer up, man, and have some respect for yourself. All right? I'm sorry, you know what I mean? I'm trying to teach you something, yeah. But, I mean, I know not everyone grew up in Boston, hardcore there, dude, but have some respect for yourself, dude, all right? For crying out loud, Billy. I thought you loved me. Why you gotta be such a hater, Billy? Are you a closet hater or are you still there? I don't know. I don't know, Bill. Imagine a cloud that keeps hitting the mountain, right? Pardon me, but does anybody have any great... You're funny, right? Bro, I'm always with you, Sammy. You're reading me wrong. Thank you, Bill. I probably am, see? I didn't understand. I'm talking to the haters. My bad. Thank you, Bill. See, I never know what's going on. That's why I always got to take the high road, man. Yeah, I love you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. Sorry. I read it wrong. See, that's why I text, man. Everyone has to be careful what they write. I don't ever know. Yeah. No, Milton looks huge, man. I'm telling everyone right now, I'm really good at predictions. Milton's going to hit Florida really hard, and it's not going to be good. I have a very, very bad feeling about it. I have to be honest. You know. Yeah. Wish I met you when you were in Boston. No worries, man. You know. Crazy. Blood market cap's higher than all of them. I mean, this looks like a head and shoulder pattern right there, right? So as we head into the night, we see this cup and handle, we see this flag, but the flag, shoulder, head, right shoulder, could really dump here. We're going to need this to get tight, boom up. We're going to need this to save us here, and for this flag to boom to the upside. Otherwise, we're coming down to test this trend. If we lose that, we're coming down to test 58,000. I'm still along because I like to live dangerously and push the limits of risk, but you never know, all right? You never know. Yeah, I wish the moon landing was real. Yes, just be fair. I'm telling everyone right now, start batting down the hatches. Maybe make plans to leave the state. If you live on the coast here, and they just got hit with that storm surge, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty big one again. You know, this one, I don't like this one, and I'll tell you why. All right. You got Mexico, all right? And like, let's just say horrible drawing, and this is Florida, right? Okay. And here's the Gulf of Mexico. This thing is brewing right here. Like normally they come here and they come through and they go like this, or they come through and they go like that, or they go through what I think that is the eye of Honduras, or the Yucatan Peninsula and all that, right? But man, like, I don't know. This is gonna steamroll, and then it's and if you're south of the eye, right, as it starts that, it's gonna see, and that storm surge just, right? So I just feel like Sarasota, from basically Naples up to St. Petersburg, Tampa, and even into where we got hit in the Big Ben, and it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, and I predicted, a lot of things that I could sense happening. It's coming. It's coming. Get your generators up. Make sure you got hurricane force windows. It's coming, man. It's coming. And it's coming Wednesday, Thursday. So just be careful. Just be careful. All right. All right, back to Bitcoin. But I just want to be there for everyone in all different ways, just not just in technical analysis, like in life, right? So just be careful, please. Don't play games with the storm. Don't try to go to work if you have to. Don't drive through it. Don't say I'm going to surf the waves. It's going to be awesome. I'm telling you right now. And I don't do this, man. I'm always super positive and like, oh, we're going to make it. It's going to be great. But when there's a real threat, you have to, when you see the wolves coming from the hill and you have to run, you have to say, if we don't make it to there, they're going to eat us alive. Like, you can be as positive as you want, but you got to run from the wolves. You got to make it, right? And so I see something coming my way, and I'm pretty good at assessing value and damage. And I know I shouldn't project this into the future, but this one isn't something that can go right or left and go the other way. Like, this thing is picking up steam right there, and it's developing in the middle. 90% chance it develops, and it's coming. So I don't know. These people paying for everyone. I know, right? FEMA seems to be detriment, but if you have flood insurance in other states, not sure they sell it in North, right? Yeah. He says it's only a category 3 though. And I'm a halfbacker and move halfway back home to Tennessee. You're funny, man. Shout out to Tennessee Econ, man. Hey, I had a good time in Nashville. Thought about it last night. I was like, man, Nashville, good time. Good time. So what I see happening tonight when I show up tomorrow morning for our morning update on Sunday. Well, right off the bat, 15-minute is also in a symmetrical triangle, right? You'd go up here, you'd come down here, and you'd have this tightness, and that would have a measured move either way. All right, agreed? 1 and a 2E. Measured move down takes you to 61,500. Measured move up takes you to 62,633. We desperately kind of need the move up because if not, we kind of lose this area. The 15-minute will lose the 200. If the 15-minute loses this yellow line and this, you're likely to come and drop and at least test 61,000 and then the bottom trend line here. So what do I see happening tonight? Looks like we'd be interesting to go sideways. And when I show up, remember I do this thing where we put a box where we're going to be tomorrow. So the first thing I can do is hold shift down from right where we're at. And then drag it. And I'll be back. It's 10:45, almost 11. I usually come on at 8. So that's only 9 hours from now. So right there in 9 hours. See that line? So in 9 hours, right here, where's Bitcoin going to be? In 9 hours. At about 8 a.m. right there. At 8 a.m. right there, the blue line. And then we'll get my rectangle out. And I try to be chintzy with it, like Bitcoin would be there, right? So, my bias wants it to be higher. This looks like it come down, then come back up, come down, come up. So I'm going to say we're right about here in 9 hours, somewhere in the green box right there. And so when I show up tomorrow morning, we'll see if I'm correct and we're in the green box. All right. Is SUI going to continue to the upside? That's the question. I look for POPCAT to make this flag on the 8-hour time frame. Look for this to go sideways. Look for the 21 to catch. And then I see POPCAT continuing to do numbers. It just broke psychologically above $1. This thing is hot. You do whatever makes you happy. I took profits on it already. But, POPCAT looks hot. All right. I got a little chunk of Casper at a penny. Good for you, man. God bless you. Sam, this sounds like a ban. What are the stakes? I don't know. If Casper beams are killed, it's only a matter of time before Casper pops off. Yeah. Was MOODENG on your scopes? We saw MOODENG. Isn't that cow poop, though? Kind of just like, I don't know. As funny as it is, it's really not that funny. I don't know. It's like whatever. Yeah. I just don't run after every meme, even if I know about it. Because you have to remember, there's new people too, and I want them to understand how this market works with the technical analysis. I don't want them just chasing me. Like, memes, I feel like you have to earn memes. Like, you have to make some good money actually knowing what you're doing, and then you can dabble in some memes here and there. But to just play memes right off the bat and not even know what you're doing, I think that gives you a disservice in the market. But again, that's just me. I could be wrong. Like, I'm not always perfect, right? So... I mean, altcoins are just, not all of them look amazing right now. They're still, we're going through this pressure period where, to me, it's where you buy the things that you're really, really into, but everyone else may not see that as such. I see FET pulling back a little bit so far it is. And so, SUI, do you rush into SUI or do you wait patiently for the better price? How long does the better price take? Do you miss out? I mean, to me, I just keep looking at the 3-day chart. And I keep saying, that is bearish. It's so far away from the 21. Even if it pumps up back to 190, comes up and down, goes sideways, fine. Maybe it makes a sideways flag and I never get it lower. It's possible. I'm open-minded to that. Right? Now I just have to split the difference and buy a bigger bag. I still believe in this project hugely. I just want to be perfect about my entry. And I already got up, in these. So let's see. SUI comes back to the 21-day moving average, gets the pump. I don't know. It's looking more and more like it may want to stay more bullish. But whenever the 3-day is away from the 21, it definitely tells me something. The daily's coming back to the 21 though, but it is sporting a bearish div. Like you got this uptrend here, and you got a downtrend on the stochastics RSI, which is bearish divergence, right off the bat. Suggests that you will fall over, test the 200 MA possibly, or the 3-day 21 at least, right? Which would somewhere be at like 140, 143. So I'm looking for 143 entry, but you know, it takes time. And maybe it goes sideways and I never get it and I have to limp in above the sell. It could happen. But I'd rather practice the active selling. Take a, you know, and I'm not selling everything. Let's get it twisted. Like, let's not get, like, I'm adding to a bunch of different things. And I added to them when things were really, really bad. Like when this fear and greed index got to the point where it was down in here and things looked horrible, I had to purchase more BTC and other coins. But now it's like neutral. Now you're like, now it's getting ready for possible swing trade action, right? So I did sell this off after getting it around 93 and 90, and you know, it doubled up. I was in a good mood. Things were going well. So now I'm wondering, like, when do I get back in, right? And I would like to get back in, and I'm stacking for getting back in, all right? SUI has an aggressive unlock schedule this year. It does, but it also has an aggressive group of people looking into it. So, that kind of creates the frenzy there. All right, but thank you for saying that. I appreciate you adding that to the thoughts here. $150 million Lebanon today. $750 for the hurricane victims. How can you vote? I know. I don't know, man. Their hatred for others or their scarcity, their insecurities just control a lot of what they do, man. You know, Lord, forgive them. They know not what they do. You know, that's like that, like, you know, forever saying. CELO just broke the 3-day 200 MA. That could present with a pretty big move to the upside after being down for so long. CELO, baby, CELO. And let's take a look at our berry AERO. Did AERO hold above $1? 115 for Aerodrome. Looking pretty weird on the 3-day, but not too bad comparatively to the rest of what you're looking at. 21 cross on that 200 MA. So what I see happening for AERO is this. Looks like it's going to come back down, get tight, go sideways, and then it's going to make an explosive move. This already foreshadows the fact that some of these coins are going to appear. So Bitcoin would have to move. Like, I mean, some of them could pump like this, but you'd say the whole ecosystem really has to take off for this to occur the way we want it to, you know, and get the move to the upside. I'm watching Aerodrome closely. What I do is I project things before they happen. I right click, I set an alert on that. I'm going to watch that, send that to the board and to the alt section here from the LIFO. I don't know who it was. It was this guy, the LIFO over here. And you got to be, and this way we're a step of the herd. We're getting in, then they start rushing in, they hear something or whatever. And this gets to be hottest thing since sliced bread, like they're pumping your bags. You see? And then you can just ride off into the sunset all quiet. Because you planned it, you were disciplined, focused, and you had it mapped out before it happened. See, and that's what I want to teach you. Every single trade should have one of these parameters, one of these ideas. You should be working on it before it happened, making sure it's money, you know. Watch AERO, make sure it does what it's supposed to do. All right. Tight inside the channel here. That happened, you're getting a nice pump for AERO back to $1.99. I mean, almost $2. So, AERO is something I don't sell under any circumstances. I just add to my AERO, right? ABT, ARC Block Protocol, if I'm correct. Tends to pump a little bit when Bitcoin's, you know, struggling. But let's see. Oh, look at the 3-day chart here. Starting to round its bottom. That's kind of the Adam and Eve that we're going to see soon. That I've been noticing a lot on a lot of other coins. It is the first higher low in a while. Still somewhat bearish, but it could break out of this, you know. Just really want to wait for us to break 1.97 and then bang, right? Go to the next big resistance. But it's crazy to see a ARK block protocol getting sold off like that, right? Because it was like all the talk of the town, and then not so much. And so definitely a place I would begin to DCA if I was into it. I had 1.533 on the 33, right? But at the same time, you know, I don't know. I think there's better out there, right? This tends to have some really massive pumps, though. But let's see it get back above 198, retest the $2 region, and then it can begin to grow, hit the resistance at 280, and then blast really to no resistance until it hits 460 into price discovery. So this thing is hot. It's just only a matter of time to get its wits together, you know, so to speak. It's got to break the daily 200 MA. That would be the beginning. You get 1 or 2 candles closing there. I mean, you open the trade with the stop, and then boom, that can be explosive. So I would look for that move there for safety. Again, aggressively accumulating can never be bad on the lower side, but that's something you have to figure out for yourself. All right, and you know, I don't tell people what to do with their money. I just don't. Let's look at my baby STX. Yeah, I mean, it's doing okay. Well, I think I'd say it had to do a little better to call it well. You know, it's like a well drink. They're usually the worst, right? I'd look for this to come down a few more times inside this little flag. But to me, it's just in an accumulation up and down zone. On the way out of it on the right side, you know, a perfect place to just kind of grab it every time it's more red than, you know. I like STX in the long run, and I have a big old bag of it as well. Yeah. Would you want to have your own hedge fund? You know, I really wouldn't. I talked to a few people that started it. I've had a few people surround me and say they wanted me to begin it. It's, you always have to kind of answer to everyone, make money for them. And there could be opportunities. I mean, I guess I could do it, peel off just a few percentages a day for them, and they'd probably be super happy. But so let's take a look at Phantom. Someone got a little excited about Phantom. But the idea is we're in this, again, a tight channel. And feel like if you can get above that point of control and keep this SR flip here and hold the 200 MA, you're good. You lose the 200 MA, there's a chance you come back down to 0.49, possibly 39 cents. So nice tear for Phantom. I like what it did here. Slight pullback. But we're going to need a little more follow through from Phantom. What we want to see is the beginning of all this is this flag breakout, which looks likely. And that's kind of where we stand there for Phantom. YGG Yield Guild Games. I like this project. I believe it could do numbers over time as well. These tight moving averages, you get that pump up to the 200 MA. I've seen it so many times. So back at it here, we have about 556 votes, and more people believe that it was fake than not on the live stream. 62% of the people believe it was fake. All right. Starting a hedge fund is about the legacy you will leave. If the fund does well, your family could run it for generations to come. Just a cherry on top of financial gains. Just my 2 cents. I have this paperwork I got to do. I might have to take a Series 6 test, right? If you figure out all the ways, if you want to figure out all the things I have to do it, and not waste my time and just tell me what, you know, I may get the ball rolling. How's that? So if you know all the things to do and you email us, it'll get the ball rolling. Hey, there might be a place for you in the company. I'm serious. I mean, that's how it grows. I'm going to be looking for people if that's my idea, you know. Just started mining a new coin, Aleo. Thoughts? Never heard of it, man. Thank you. God bless you, bro. Hope it goes well for you. Too bad DeFi doesn't have good earn points on small account. Yeah. I believe in God, America, Master Friend, and the Lifer. Hey, that's the quadruple entendre. You can't beat that, right? Anyway, I'm going to run out of here for the night. Kind of showed you what I see happening for Bitcoin. Even put my green box. We'll be back tomorrow morning to see if Bitcoin lands in my green box or not. And I get to say, yes, I did it. I'm still in along. We'll see where it goes. Very small, not a big deal. We're up $4.44, 444. The 444. But so far, everything's looking pretty flat here for Bitcoin of the night. We're kind of right where we were when we started, 61,960 for BTC. We've got that little liquidity up to 62,000. There's a chance we do hit it. But the weekend's pretty lackluster, so we'll go from there. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let me take a look at the fan funding and see what's happening. We got Blob, we got Trump, 2400 dang manga. Thank you, long time watcher. Maybe one day I'll be alive for two, but this man, Sam, I've learned a lot. God bless you, Marcus. Amen. Shout out to about today. Yep. Shout out to JJM. Check out Casper Dog, Hero Conan. I'm all set. Thank you though. Plop 2. You're not insane for buying blah blah blah. Yep. Did you ever enter blah blah suit? No. Market cap is higher than all of them. Yeah. Thank you for all you do, Lifer. Can we check out Arc Block? We hit that up. Joker NYC. Looking sharp, Lifer. Thank you. Appreciate that. And with that, I'm going to jump on out of here for the night, everybody. I'm absolutely exhausted. I don't know how we even got through the stream together, but we did. You should be ready for what's happening tonight. You can't be blindsided now, and even have a bit of a prediction of where I believe price action is going to go. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. Remember, you can, you will, you are the best. You got this more than you would ever believe. And I'll see you tomorrow morning bright and early. We're going to rip it up about 8 a.m. So get a good night's sleep. Get ready. Don't overtrade. Eastern Standard Time on a Saturday night is not where you're likely going to make your pay. Again, anything can happen, but it's just unlikely. So trade the probabilities, do the right thing, and all works out in a better way. You talked a while ago, but that was your take on AOSE Network. I think it's really good, and I think it's awesome. Yeah, that's my take. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow morning. God bless.